Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Supergirl character of Nia Nal, aka Dreamer. She is back and we've got a lot to break down in this video, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay, first things first, I want to say some exciting news. The DCTV show has been officially featured on the back of the Black Adam DVD, Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD that is available in DVD shops and anywhere you can find Blu-rays around the UK. So if you guys get your hands on a Black Adam copy by going to a DVD shop or ordering it online, please be sure to send a photo to me via Instagram, Twitter or Discord. My Instagram and Twitter are at the DCTV show. The Discord is in the link in the description below. You can join that and post your photo there and you're going to be featured on a video because it's very exciting. I just got my hands on my copy, and so yeah, shout out to Warner Brothers for making that happen. But for now, let's go ahead and get into today's main topic. So we're going to be talking about the return of Nia Nal, aka Dreamer, to the DC universe. However, this time she is not returning to the Flash again, although that was announced recently. So we're going to be seeing Nicole Maines returning in live action form in the Flash later this season, once the Flash starts airing its final season. But in the meantime, we have more Dreamer, and this is in the form of comic book Dreamer. And so she's in the new issue of Lazarus Planet, Assault on Krypton, issue 1, which was just released recently, and I just went ahead and read it. Shout out to Nathan for pointing out that she was in this issue because it totally slipped past me. And so yeah, it's a very cool issue, and I highly recommend you guys go ahead and try and get your hands on a copy of Lazarus Assault on Krypton. You could go to Comixology, that's a good place to find comic books online so you don't have to buy them physically in person. Or if you have a local comic book shop, go ahead and find Lazarus Planet Assault on Krypton and you will see the return of Dreamer. So she's in this issue and she is taking part in a bigger storyline that is to do with the effects of the Lazarus volcano, a big event which is explained in the issue if you read it, and also if you read Lazarus Planet Alpha issue 1. But Dreamer comes into the mix because of her powers, and obviously her powers are very unique. She can see the future, so she kind of knows what's coming, and she definitely has a part to play in terms of making sure the future doesn't turn out to be like it's projected to be. And without going into too many spoilers about the actual story, I'm just going to be going over the return of Dreamer and her interactions with Supergirl in this issue, as well as what this means for the future of the character. Plus, we have an interview with Nicole Maines that we need to go over. That's from CBR.com. Okay, so first things first, this is exciting news for us Arrowverse and Dreamer fans, because since Supergirl ended, we were wondering how is she going to factor into the DC universe, because she's definitely a character that has a lot more to live up to. As you guys know, Dreamer wasn't a character in the comics prior to Supergirl. She actually was a Supergirl creation, so an Arrowverse creation, obviously played by Nicole Maines, and Nicole has been very active in continuing Dreamer's legacy. She's appeared in many comics as of the last year or so, and Nicole has been the co-writer on a lot of these projects. She was in a Superman comic recently, she was also in DC Pride last year, and now she's in Lazarus Planet Assault on Krypton issue 1, and she will definitely be in the next issue and presumably more after that. And so Nicole is actually a co-writer on Lazarus Planet Assault on Krypton. So this is a great kind of stepping stone, because this is an official DC Universe wide story. Like, you have Supergirl in here, you have Robin, you have Batman, and also in Lazarus Planet Alpha you have lots of different characters who are involved as well. And Dreamer is in the mix with these A-list and high B-list characters from DC Comics. And so this only spells good news, because as I said, she's returning to the Flash. She was also on Fortnite recently, that being Dreamer, so you can play her Fortnite skin. And these are all just stepping stones, because what Nicole has been doing behind the scenes is absolutely great. She's been continuing the legacy of the character that was created on Supergirl, and so I think this is very exciting. So let's talk a bit about this issue and Nia actually being here. So she shows up and she's on the floor and she's confused, but she's had a vision, and this vision is to do with the future. And so Robin goes up to Nia and he's like, what did you see? What about the future? Basically, she just pops out of nowhere and she says it's gone dark. So she drops teasers about what she has seen in her visions and has various conversations with Supergirl, Batman, and Robin, that being the Damian Wayne version of Robin. And I have to point out, it's very important here, and it's kind of surprising to me. Well, this version of Supergirl that we see in the comic book actually hasn't met Dreamer before. She says, just a second, who are you? Where did you come from? After Dreamer appeared. And then Dreamer says, my name is Dreamer, I came through Batman's dreams, I see the future. And so if it isn't clear by this point, and Nicole has actually commented on this, the fact that she wants to recreate Nia's legacy in terms of her becoming her own hero without like someone like Supergirl being around kind of guiding her this whole time. So this pretty much cements that idea, because Supergirl here doesn't even know who Dreamer is. Like, she's never heard of her, she's never seen her, and this is the first interaction in terms of the greater DC universe between Supergirl and Nia. And clearly this is not the Arrowverse version of Supergirl, neither is it the Arrowverse version of Dreamer. However, this is the same character that is an Arrowverse creation, so that's why I'm very interested in it. And so Dreamer has a big arc in this issue. I mean, there's only like a certain amount of pages in this issue, so it's not massive and there's not too much that they can explore. However, she does end up using her powers and she's able to go into her mind and basically project herself as a seer. And obviously it takes a whole lot of power for someone to be a seer and to actually successfully use their powers. And it's commented upon here that Nia hasn't even had her powers for more than 3 years, so she's still a relatively new hero in terms of using her powers and being a hero. And so she goes into the mind of someone else, and so she kind of guides her way through, and then she has like various conversations with the Helmet of Fate, obviously Dr. Fate. That kind of links to the Black Adam start of this video. But basically Nia tries to reach for the helmet, but at that point she is restrained by someone else, and that's the cliffhanger of the issue. So she tries to take the helmet back to the Hall of Justice, and they'll restore the magic and free the magic users basically who have been controlled by Neza, who is kind of the villain of the issue. So yeah, that pretty much does it in terms of like her story in this issue. Obviously with the cliffhanger, she's going to be in the next issue and we're going to see if she survives, which I'm sure she will. But for now, let's go ahead and go over to the CBR interview with Nicole Maines. And so she goes on to say this: it's so exciting for me. It first of all imbues me with a lot of hope, because there was a time when I was very afraid for the success of this character. So she goes on to elaborate. I was very afraid for the longevity of Dreamer. I don't think it's any secret that there are plenty of folks who do not want this character to succeed or exist on principle alone. Having the support of DC and having the freedom to team her up with Batman, Dr. Fate, Superman and Supergirl and have these relationships is really affirming and really exciting for me as a trans writer and a trans fan of comic books, and a fan of Dreamer outside of all of that, just as a character. And I'm going to have to agree with Nicole here. I think it's so exciting that DC is allowing her the freedom as a writer to get involved with such a big project, and actually having Dreamer team up with the likes of Batman, Dr. Fate, Superman, and obviously Supergirl, which she already has the link to. But it's just so exciting. I think specifically seeing her and Batman together, that was the most exciting thing for me reading this issue and looking forward to the future issues. And so Nicole Maines goes on to say this. So she describes Dreamer as being powerful and exciting, and one of the things I've always loved about her is her approach to being a superhero. She knows that she's a superhero and is excited about it, but something really fun to find as she's progressed is seeing how her relationship with that changes as her relationship with her powers changes, and she gets to interact with these new heroes. It's such a high stakes situation. It's fantastic because it makes you realize how crucial Dreamer can be to this lineup and this universe. As a fan, it makes me feel good because it tells me she's here to stay, you know. She's been inside Batman's head. Now she knows this secret. So that is the interview from Nicole Maines on CBR.com. You guys can check it out in the description below. But I think for now we can just summarize by saying this is a very exciting time to be a Dreamer fan. Obviously coming off of Supergirl, a lot of us are going to be following the character. So I'm definitely excited to see her return in the Flash, as it will be the first time she's returned since Supergirl ended. So she's clearly got a lot more to give, and this is just an example of it. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of Nicole Maines in terms of her being a writer, but also bringing Dreamer to the page with, I'm sure, a lot more appearances in the comics. So this pretty much does it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Also, we have merchandise which is available in the link in the description below. It's the dctvshow.tmail.com. A big shout out to everyone that has been ordering merch. I really appreciate your support towards the channel, and I'm glad that a lot of you guys are enjoying the merch because I've been wearing it a lot. It's really comfy, it's very clean, very simple, doesn't stand out too much. So if you want to get your hands on some DCTV show merch, please be sure to go to the link in the description below and support the channel. So thank you guys for watching. Click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.